What What's this?
Ladies and gentlemen, the first couple, Donald
Alright. Welcome all of you guys to our episode of Learn English with Phú Sĩ. Wait, let me check this. Please, just a little bit. Because this is the first time we do. Alright. Welcome all of. Okay, so well, good. Thank you. Okay, so welcome all of you guys to our new episode of Learn English with Phú Sĩ. And you have watched a video of Trump and the Trump family dancing. Donald Trump and Melania Trump. They are dancing a little good. A little good. I haven't said like that. But hey, maybe the sound it cannot be played, so we have posted that video on YouTube. We have uploaded, so you can go to that video and watch it instead of watching this live stream from that video of Trump's dancing. Okay, so this is episode number 70. Okay, and speaking about the dancing, it was recorded after the inauguration day, and it was recorded in the afternoon. So, speaking about that, I have watched a video on Facebook. A picture. I have saw a picture on Facebook. Let me spend a little time, about 5 minutes, to talk about this. Okay, I'm here, and I have seen this picture on Facebook, and Donald Trump Jr. posted right over there, and I will read it. Let's see. Donald Trump Jr. posted on Instagram and also on Facebook. Surrounded by family at real Donald Trump. Signed his first orders yesterday. After the first few, Tristan obviously wanted to get back to the White House to play. Laughing emoji, the 2 USA flags emoji, a smile emoji, Kai, Donnie, Spencer, and what the heck is un? You mean an apple? And Donald Trump shared again and loved this photo with my grandchildren. Yes, love that photo with his grandchildren. Yes, around him. But next to Donald Trump, when he is signing some papers, and next to him, I saw, I see this. Oh my God. What does he mean? Is he like, oh, how long could this take? About 4 years? 8 years? Trump answered 12 max. What? And maybe that is the meme of the day. Yeah, don't care. Don't care. Thank you very much. So that is the picture of the Trump family, and please remind that do not sleep while your father signing, doing their business. Yes, a big reminder. Okay, so we are back. We'll be back with the Learn English with Phú Sĩ, and please bring back the screen. Let me check. Bring back the screen. Okay, so we are here. Yes, and welcome to the show. And now let's start 10G writing an informal letter. Okay, so let's take a look at the exercise number 1. Okay, so this seems like we have done this about 3 or 2 times. An informal letter. We have done this about for 2 or 3 times. But this time is not a different type of writing an informal letter. So, okay, so let's read the exercise number 1. Exercise number 1, read a letter and answer the questions. Who is Helen writing to? Number 2, what has she invited her to do? 3, what has Helen just finished doing? Okay, so let's read. A, blank, B, blank, that is the place where we are going to fill in. But first, let's read the other part. Dear Grandma, how are you? I was sorry to hear about your cat. You must miss him. Are you going to get another yet? Another pet? Thanks for inviting us all to your lunch next Saturday. I'm really sorry, but I can't make it. There is a rehearsal for the school play that afternoon, and I really can't miss it. Guess what? I have just finished reading The Lord of the Rings. Thanks so much for giving it to me. I'm not mad about the film, but I love the book. Have you read The Hobbit? If not, I think you should read it. It is quite similar to The Lord of the Rings, but it is much shorter. I can lend you a copy if you want to read it. Write back soon. Love, Helen. P.S. Do you fancy coming to see the school play? It is next weekend and I can get you a ticket. Okay, so we have read. And now let's answer the 3 questions on the top of the exercise number 1. First one, who is Helen writing to? Who is Helen writing to? And it is the line, Dear Grandma. Dear Grandma. So Helen is writing to her grandma. Okay. Wait for it loading. Okay. Okay. Because this is a short exercise, so we don't need to write the whole sentence. We just write to her grandma. Number 2, what will it be? Number 2, what has she invited her to do? What has she invited her to do? Okay, so okay, thanks for inviting us all to the lunch next Saturday. So she invited Helen to have a lunch next Saturday. Okay, to have a lunch. To have lunch next Saturday. Okay, for number 3, what has Helen just finished doing? What has she just finished doing? And she has finished reading The Lord of the Rings. Okay, guess what? I've just finished reading The Lord of the Rings. So she has just finished. She has just finished. This time I have to write the whole sentence. She has just finished reading The Lord of the Rings. Okay, and we have done the exercise number 1. Okay, so let's do the exercise number 2. Exercise number 2, underline the expressions in the letter that Helen uses to A, express a like and a dislike, B, make an invitation, C, decline an invitation, D, give advice, E, express sympathy. What I want you to do is to underline the expressions that appears in the exercise number 1, then match it with the what with some of these words, some of the phrases describe that sentence from A to E. Okay, so let's do with me. First one, I will. Okay. A. Express a like and a dislike. Okay, so let me see. Oh, I see it. The paragraph number 3. Guess what? I've just finished reading The Lord of the Rings. That is not. But I'm not mad about the film, but I love the book. So it is the express a like and a dislike. I'm not mad about the film, but I love the book. Okay, so now letter B, make an invitation. Make an invitation. What is it? Yeah, I see it down the line. P.S. P.S. Do you fancy coming to the school play? So that is making an invitation. Do you fancy? Oh no. Oh no. Do you fancy coming to see the school play? Okay, C. Decline an invitation. Decline an invitation. Oh, I found it. Decline an invitation. It is next the sentence. Thanks for inviting us all to your lunch next Saturday, and it is right next. I'm really sorry, but I can't make it. So that is decline an invitation. That means unaccept. You don't accept the invitation. We will say politely decline an invitation. I'm really sorry, but I can't make it. D. Give advice. Give advice. Let's see. Oh, it is right over there. Have you read The Habit? Oh, sorry, The Hobbit. Next sentence. If not, I think you should read it. Like giving a recommendation. Giving you a recommend. She is recommending her grandma to read The Hobbit. The book called Hobbit. So giving advice. So I think, if not, I think you should read it. If not, I think you should read it. I think you should read it. The last one, the letter E. Express the sympathy. Sympathy means the emotional cry. Not like that. Okay, let me find E. This chair. Oh my god, I have to buy the new chair. I have planned to buy a new chair for the season 2 of the Learn English. We'll see. Oh my god. Okay, so E. Where is it? It is the first sentence. After the sentence, how are you? It is, I was sorry to hear about your cat. I was sorry to hear about your cat. You must miss him. Yes. Expresses sympathy, like the sadness because of the cat has passed away. Yeah. I was sorry to hear about your cat. You must miss him. You must miss him. Okay, so we have done the exercise number 2. Let's do the exercise number 3. Number 3. Match the expressions below with the functions of from A to E in this exercise number 2. Compare them to the expressions that Helen uses. Before we do, let me check the stream because this is the first time we broadcast our show on YouTube. So, the expressions below with the functions. Okay, and still good, right? Watch a video of Trump and the Trump family. And really well. The expression. Okay. Right. Okay. And it was recorded in at real. Okay, so we are doing really well. Thank you, YouTube. We love you like I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay, so exercise 3. Let me read it again. Match the expressions below with the function from A to E in the exercise number 2. Compare them with the expressions that Helen uses. Okay, so first one. Are you free to? Okay, this is like the sentence about asking people if you invite somebody. Yeah, like, are you free to go for bowling, go for a barbecue, go for a party? Okay, so like giving an invitation. So match it with B. Okay, B. First, okay, let me reset the color. Okay, so B, it is making an invitation. Then later we will compare this sentence to the sentence that we have found. Okay? Number 2. I heard about blank blah blah blah. What a shame. I heard about blah blah blah. What a shame. Like it also giving sympathy. I heard about your dog. What a shame. I heard about your elephant. What a shame. I don't have any examples like that. Okay. So I heard about your blank. What a shame. And it is giving the sympathy. Like we are giving the sadness, giving the sorry, feeling sorry for them. Like that. So it is express the sympathy. E. Okay, so number 3, I'm really into blah blah blah, but not that keen on. Like we like this, we don't like this. I don't like this, but I like the other thing. We like this, but we don't like the other thing. I'm really into playing basketball, but I'm not that keen on. I'm not that keen on. Like we like example, like I like playing basketball, but not that keen on. Like, but like only a little. Okay, so it is also express a like and a dislike in the sentence, so it will be matched with the sentence A. Express the like and a dislike. Okay, so number 4. You ought to blah blah blah, like giving an advice. You may blah blah blah. You ought to. You can. You should. Like that. So it is giving an advice. D, giving an advice. And the last one, it should be C. But let's check. Is it appropriate? I would love to, but I'm afraid I can't. Just like decline an invitation. Like we want to go, but sorry, we are busy, so we can't make it. So 5 will match with C. Okay, so let's make a comparison between the two sentences that Helen uses and the sentences that was given in this exercise number 3. Okay, so first one. Make an invitation. First. Make an invitation. Helen uses, do you fancy coming to see the school play? And we use, are you free to blah blah blah. E. Express the sympathy. Helen uses, I was sorry to hear about your cat. You must miss him. But we use, I heard about blah blah blah, maybe your cat. What a shame. E. Number 3. A. Okay, A. Express a like and a dislike. Helen uses, I'm not mad about the film, but I love the book. We use, I'm really into blah blah blah, maybe the book, but not that keen on. Number 4, you ought to, that is our use, but D, give me an advice. If not, I think you should read it. C, decline an invitation. Helen uses, I'm really sorry, but I can't make it. We use, I would love to, but I'm afraid I can't. So, you see the huge differences between the sentences from Helen and we use. We write. The big difference is our sentences are more informal. And like I have said for those previous lessons of writing about this section, it just make more informal, and just like writing to the family, it needs to be more informal. Okay, for family reading, we don't need I'm sorry, I can't, I'm really sorry, but I can't make it. If not, I think you should read it. We need as informal as we can. So informal letters requires these sentences, these form of sentences. If you want to get higher marks, please use this. Okay? So that is my advice to you. Let's do the exercise number 5. Read the writing strategy and match the A and B at the top of the Helen's letter with the 2 of the functions below. Okay, but let's read the writing strategy. Start an informal letter with your address and the date. You do not need to write the recipient's address. The recipient address, or his or her title. You don't need to introduce the subject of the letter either. So first, you need to start with the address, with your address and your date. That is required, but do not need. We don't need to write the recipient's address. Don't need. And don't need to write the title. Don't need to introduce the subject of the letter. Okay, so we do is to write the letter with address and date from ourselves. Your date, your address first. Don't need to write the recipient's address. Don't need to write his or her title. Don't need to introduce the subject of the letter. Okay? 2 do, 3 don't. Okay? 2 does, 3 don't. No. 2 do, 3 don't. Okay? So, start with the address and date. Okay, so we need to fill in the blank A and B. What is it? It must be Helen's address. Helen's address first. Address. First, Helen's address. Then, what else? Address and the date. So it will be the date. Okay, must be. It must. Okay, so here is the address, and here is the date. Okay, so this is what you are going to do. Exercise number 6. You have just received a letter from your English friend. In the letter, he says that he has just failed his driving test. Ew. He also invites you to visit him in England next summer. Write a reply from 120 words to 150 words. Remember to include the information on all of the points and use informal expressions. First one, express the sympathy about the driving test, like the sadness, I heard about your driving test, what a shame. Okay, like that. Number 2, accept or decline the invitation to visit. Okay, so maybe you accept to visit his hometown in England, or you decline it. Well, whatever you choose. 3, say what book you have been reading and whether you would recommend it. Like, you have been reading what book? Which book have you been reading? And will you recommend him to read that book or the other book or the book that you have read, and you want to lend him, or you want to give it to him for reading about 2 or 3 weeks, like that. The last one, invite your friend to come and visit you next year. Okay, like that. If you follow these instructions, you will get a higher marks in your writing test. Okay, after you write, you need to check your work, including first one, have you laid out the letter correctly? Laid out like this, kind of this. Yes. Did you do like this form, or you writing like another form? Please to correct it. Second one, have you included the information from the exercise number 6? Have you included these yet? If not, you have to put more information so that you could get higher marks. The next one, have you used informal language? Have you used informal language and expressions like this? These. And the last one, have you written 120 words to 150 words? Okay, if you check all of that, you will get the highest mark as you can in the writing test. Okay, so that is all of the Learn English with Phú Sĩ episode number 70, but not yet, guys, not yet. Okay, so this is getting wrong. The media source. Okay, let me talk about don't care the screen, don't care the screen. Okay. Oh, media source. Oh my god, media source. Just don't care what did it happen, okay? Before we finish the Learn English with Phú Sĩ episode number 70, I want to talk about this. This has been the first season of the Learn English with Phú Sĩ. I have a lot of things to thank you guys for have been watching this show, and I now maybe I don't have something to say, but how can I describe my feeling right now? Really, really happy. Yeah. But okay, so before we finish, I want to talk about this, okay? And where is it? Not this guy again, no. Yes, no. This is like when we are rehearsing, no. Okay, good. Don't care what had just been happened. Don't care. Okay, so forgot this. Okay, so now you have watched our show, and maybe you remember this guy. This guy, his name is he is my brother. He is my brother, and he loves telling story. But tonight, he wants to appear in this place to talk with you for a moment. So now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my mate, my brother, Phú Sĩ. Now, the story time with Phú Sĩ brother. No, this show is live recording, not 2009. Hello, this is me, Phú Sĩ brother, and today I would like to appear in this place again to talk with you. You have watched our show, The Learn English with Phú Sĩ. How long? For 6 months. 6 months of the season 1, and I have a lot of things to say as I am his brother. I am his brother. No, not. This is me. This is me, and I am Phú Sĩ brother. And I'm really happy to have my intelligent, the handsome, the delightful, the great brother like him. He hosts a show and helps you a lot to improve your English. And maybe this is my last appearance on this show, Learn English with Phú Sĩ. And maybe this is the last time I tell you the source out my story. So maybe this is my last appearance, and I want to say thank you to my brother. He had do such a great thing to invite me to as a permanent part of this show. And maybe you will see me again. Maybe you will see me on the Learn English with Phú Sĩ like this. Maybe you will meet me again, and you say, "Hey, I remember that guy. He told me the story. He talked about his brother teaching English on a show, on a very big show like this." and now I will have some vacation. So my replacement, it is my identical twin cousin Phú Sĩ. My identical twin cousin will take part in the season 2 of Learn English with Phú Sĩ, and maybe he will replace me doing this segment. So maybe you will watch. Maybe you will applause. You will as exciting. Maybe you will happy and to watch on a show like this in the season 2. Okay, so thank you for having me, Phú Sĩ. You are a great brother. You are my great brother, the greatest brother. And now I have to go and take my vacation. Okay, I will do my vacation. Okay, the time is over, and please welcome back, Phú Sĩ. Goodbye. The story time with Phú Sĩ brother. Now, this show is live recording, and it is in the 2017. Okay, so thank you, my brother. His name is Phú Sĩ like me, but he had talked with you for a few minutes, and his talk was finished our Learn English with Phú Sĩ season 1, and thank you so much for watching the whole season. And I will promise we will be back with the more interesting, more exciting, more interesting lessons will be broadcast on this YouTube page. And please subscribe and also like our Facebook page down on the link, so that you can follow the lessons and you can check our lessons. Okay, and I will announce the day that we will premiere the season 2. So please follow our Facebook page so that you can get the notifications. Okay, notifications. And now, since about 2 days left until the Tet holiday, I want to wish you guys have the greatest Tet holiday ever, and you can get a lot of lucky money for the Tet holiday, and always healthy for the year 2017. Okay, so this is Phú Sĩ, and to my Phú Sĩ brother, we are Happy New Year 2017. Goodbye. There's supposed to be music right over here, but I think we will not do any music anymore. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.